Recruitment. Not many people know this, but it's almost as old as time itself. For as long as man has been on the planet, he has been forced to recruit others to do the jobs that he couldn't, wouldn't, or hasn't been trained to do. But recruitment way back then was nowhere near the sophisticated machine it has evolved into today. Need proof? Let's take a trip back in time. Recruitment in the Stone Age. How not to do it. Not that he knows it, but Ugg has stumbled upon something rather extraordinary. He has inadvertently invented the wheel, the most important invention in the history of man. But it's one thing inventing the wheel, it's another getting the right team together to produce it. Ugg needs help, not least an expert stonemason to help bring his designs to life. With no one else able to recruit for him, Ugg has to recruit the team himself, so he advertises for the roles of stonemason and stone carrier. This presents him with two problems. On the one hand, he has far too many candidates in the stone carrier queue. Sifting through that lot will take an age, and time is money, even though money hasn't been invented yet. He's an even greater problem in the stonemason queue. He has no candidates whatsoever. Ugg hasn't got a clue how to attract stonemasons with the talent to create the greatest invention in the history of mankind. Little does Ugg know that Rock Boulder, the recruitment agent from Boulder Recruitment, has been watching him struggle. The agent sells Ugg a stonemason at some considerable cost, as he knows Ugg is desperate. The result? Ugg finally gets his team together. The wheel is created, and the rest is pretty much history. And now let's look at another scenario, recruitment in Egyptian times, how not to do it. The pharaoh has plans, and what plans they are, to build one of the wonders of the world's first pyramid. To turn his vision into reality he needs men, and lots of them, thousands of men with a diverse range of skills, from labourers to skilled craftsmen. Recruitment has advanced since the Stone Age, and the pharaoh briefs his newly installed in-house, or rather in-temple, recruitment team. They are told in no uncertain terms that the pharaoh expects the project to be completed on time and within budget, or else. The in-temple team get to work advertising the roles and looking for candidates. They are soon overwhelmed with the volume of CVs they receive. There aren't enough people in the team to sort through them all. The team need help, and with the pharaoh's threat hanging over them, they have no alternative but to get an external recruitment agency to support them, Outsourcing. The recruitment agency soon gets stuck in, sourcing all manner of candidates. However, rather than solve the team's problems, the agency are adding to them. The quality of CVs is pretty hit and miss. What's more, other recruitment agencies the length of the land are knocking down the temple walls to sell them their candidates. And the in-temple recruitment team lose track of who they are recruiting and for what. As the pharaoh's deadline has already passed, the team have no choice but to rely on the agencies and to settle for the best candidates out of a pretty average bunch. The good news, the world's first pyramid gets built. The bad news, the project is neither on time nor within budget, and all because the in-temple team were unable to cope with the sudden demand and an astronomical recruitment agency bill. However, the pharaoh can't afford to pay the in-temple recruitment team for sitting around doing nothing, which in Egyptian times leads to terrible consequences. It would be some time before an affordable, flexible solution was to be found that could cope with the sudden spike or drop in demand for recruitment. And now there is the RPO solution. In a time sometime in the future, man has made the greatest discovery since the invention of the wheel thousands of years before, the discovery of a brand new planet, similar to Earth, capable of supporting human life in a galaxy far, far away. The World Space Agency has the task to project manage the mission that will move mankind to this new home. Meet Terry Grimsdale. He's the managing director at the World Space Agency. Terry's been given the challenge to meet all challenges, to create a task force with the necessary skills to build Earth's first colony in space, and he knows this is going to require a lot of recruitment. As this is such an important project, Terry can't rely on the usual recruitment process, and with 150 hiring managers speaking with a number of different recruitment agencies, Terry has neither visibility nor control over timescales of the project or the quality of the candidates they are receiving. This time, Terry needs to find a different way to recruit. Terry needs someone who can work closely with him and ensure that the World Space Agency project is delivered on time and on budget. Terry only has one option, to turn to Omni from the planet of RPO. With recruitment process outsourcing, Omni were able to take recruitment to a whole new dimension. Starting with a dedicated Planet account manager to handle the whole process, Omni implemented a clearly defined recruitment process so that everyone involved in the recruitment process for the project understood their roles and responsibilities, ensuring a consistent experience for all. Omni handled all the applications, including screening and arranging interviews, so that Terry wasn't swamped with CVs or drowned in admin. Omni's team of expert recruiters built talent pools of candidates specifically for the World Space Agency. Talent pools that are exclusive to the World Space Agency and not shared with anyone else in the universe. Omni also implemented a recruiting system for Terry, so he has recruitment information at his fingertips, providing him with complete control and visibility, including where they're up to with cost and timescales. Omni even managed all the recruitment agencies for World Space Agency and took away the hassle of Terry's hiring managers having to field cold calls from recruitment agencies. All in all, Omni saved the day, providing Terry with the very best candidates at the lowest possible costs in the shortest possible time. Now the project is finished, Terry doesn't need to worry about paying for a recruitment team sat around with nothing to do. And he doesn't have to worry about a sudden demand for recruitment in the future when the next important project comes along. Terry's Planet Account Manager from Omni is there working alongside Terry, helping to manage his future recruitment demands. Unlike the recruitment models of the past, you don't need to travel far to experience the future of talent sourcing today. Talk to Omni.